Okay, you guys, I'm not going to be that long. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So I had a behind the scenes interview, but he preferred the gentleman that is going to interview me, which is March 24th, Sunday at 7 a.m. He wanted to briefly ask me some questions about running for Senate and running for the Kimberly Cloud Show and running for Senate. He stayed in, his name is Mafaro, and he stayed in Zimbabwe. And I've interviewed people from Nigeria before. And, you know, I told him about what happened to me, and he said that he even said, that the corruption goes deep within Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and all over Africa with the presidents there. So, like I said before, don't get mad because of slavery. It is the presidents who sold over the slaves and agreed to sell the slaves to the guys that's coming over here, came over to Africa looking for slaves. That's my opinion about it. I confirmed it with Mr. Mafaro, because if they were fighting for their they sold out because of money. If they were fighting for their African people, they wouldn't have let it happen, but instead they basically sold out their people. So yeah, but Mr. Mufaro and I had a nice discussion. We chit chatted about different aspects of political things. He said it's more of a community thing, and it's not government. It's more of a community, because he said that the government is very. He said that the government. Hi, Josephina. I love you, girl. Keep rocking, man. Keep rocking. So he said that the government basically is corrupt in Africa. And so, I believe him. I believe him. He said, pick your poison. He said it's hard to, he said he has no political opinion about the United States. I would have loved to put him on camera. We had a lovely conversation. It went very, very, very well. And I appreciate him giving me a chance. So, March 24th, Sunday at 7 a.m. I'm going to make sure that I get interviewed by him. I'm gonna record it. But what I'm gonna do is, after I record it, I'm gonna place it on my video. It's not gonna be a live segment. It's just gonna be recorded, and then once it be recorded, I'll place it onto StreamYard platform. But I love you guys. I love you guys. Y'all rock. Keep rooting for me. Running for state senator. Like, seriously. I am not privileged. I didn't come from a good background, but I have good intentions. I want to make a change to Washington State. There are 8 million people here to 8,000 cops. That is a leap. That is a big leap. A big leap. So if we find a reason to sit up there and figure out what we can do, they need somebody like me that come in, that we need to transition ourselves and figure out ways. I have many different ways that I could possibly work with the government to help figure out ways to crack down on the violence and everything going on. I talk about it on my show all the time. But I just wanted to tell you guys, I love you. I love y'all for watching me. I'll be back on here a little later, probably in like an hour or two, or 30 minutes. I don't know. I want to talk about running. We got 19th, we got the 20th, 2 more days, 2 more days before I interview somebody. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I told them to be 15 minutes earlier. We're going to chit chat. We're going to go live. And that's it. That's it. We're going to make sure we do this the correct way. I want to make sure that when I go live, um, the person has everything they need. I interview them about everything. And we have a rapport. For those people that's trying to be podcasters, you build a rapport with your guests. And so that's why they asked you to come 15 minutes early, or you can do what Mufaro did and interview me first and then set a date. But I like to do it straight up. I read about them, just like I had the guy, DJ Glenn, DC Glenn. If y'all don't know who DC Glenn is, DC Glenn is the guy that used to sing that song, Whoop, there it is. Yeah, he in the Geico commercials. I interviewed him. It's on my page right now, the Kimberly Cloud Show. Then I also interviewed Steve Harper. He's a ex, I don't like saying old, but an ex NFL player. He done traveled the world. He is a speaker, an artist. Like, I interview big time players. I interview millionaires. I done interview people in poverty. I interview a lot of different people, and I enjoy interviewing them because I love the technique I use. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it doesn't go well. Sometimes, hi, Silver Fox Austin. Hi, Silver Fox Austin. Thank you for joining my show. But yeah, like, I interview them, and sometimes it don't always go good. You have your good interviews and your bad interviews, even if you prepare for them. Even if you prepare, it just, but when you hit that live button, some people want to see you do bad. And that's not always good, but you have to keep your composure and do the right things. You have your goods with your bad. I'm weighing in for podcasting. So when you do the podcast, you have to weigh in your good with your bad. And it's okay if somebody try to take over the show, because that's the reason. You have to allow them to tell their story. You have to allow them to tell their story. It's just like the Putin and Tucker Carlson interview. He did not butt in except a little bit of times for Putin, because he wanted Putin to tell his story. That's what we do. We let the person tell their story, not just want to talk to remain relevant. It is your show, but you have to let the person tell their story. And that's how I do it. And sometimes, you get sidetracked if it's not a quiet place. And I went through a lot to get to this point. But I enjoy interviewing people. I enjoy interviewing people. That's my niche. At first, y'all, real quick, at first it started out, I was in Philadelphia on Instagram. You can watch my shows on Instagram, my old shows at the Kimberly Cloud Show 38. But I have my updated page, the Kimberly Cloud Show 39. But somebody hacked into my Instagram and Facebook page. So pretty much on there, it started out in Philadelphia. Well, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And I would show them my hair. I would do the hair. I did a drag queen hair before. I made something very limpy out of a big bush drag queen. And I made my own wig for the first time. I was so happy about that. And what else did I do? I would show them the good wigs that I had. I was invited to PA Live. Those were not the wigs I was going for. Oh my God. Like it was terrible. But I faked it till I made it. To be on PA Live around 250,000 people in a mountaintop PA was crazy. So moving on, I ended up and I landed in Philadelphia, PA. And I sat up there and I would take pictures of the wigs that I bought. I would purchase them. I had a Chevy Malibu, and I would purchase them, make them up, put a good background. Just watch my page. You'll see what I'm saying. A good background where you see the wig and you see the background and it's standing on something. And it was beautiful, man. I was very creative. And then I started interviewing people from Facebook, and it did not go well at first. When I started interviewing people at Facebook, the connection would mess up, and I didn't know about StreamYard at first, so the connection would mess up, and they didn't think that I was passionate enough. So when I went on there, when I finally found StreamYard, I was able to start interviewing people. And I found one page that catapulted on 2 pages, but I used one page. That's Matchmaker FM. Matchmaker FM. I'm all throughout Matchmaker FM. And so pretty much I get on Matchmaker FM and I ask people if they want to be interviewed. This arena is big for everybody. This arena is big enough for everybody. So that's why I'm giving you good advice. Matchmaker FM, I found Mafaro on Matchmaker FM and it went well. It went well. I respect his boundaries. And so I had fun. Man. I started creating my craft all by myself. Oh yeah. And one last thing. It was for 40 million people. I think it was either 2 million people or 40 million people that was online. I was at a shelter in Philadelphia. And it was 40 million people online on Facebook. Damon John came on, and I will always remember this. Damon John came on, and I was looking at one of his interviews. He had 3 people on a panel, and I kept liking. I kept hitting the like button. I was like, yay, he's rocking it. He interviewed me in front of 40 million people. And I still need to go on his website and not help him, but be an influence on what was going on with him. But I got interviewed for 3 minutes by Damon John. And I was so happy, but somebody was annoying me at the shelter. So it didn't come out, the footage didn't come out the correct way. And I vowed to get back on a show with him or Kevin Harrington to sell my show. Not sell it as in somebody buy it, but sell it as in convince the audience that this is my show, is authentic ways and everything. Like I want to make sure they know that it's very authentic, it's very sincere, it's very natural, and it's no filters. I don't have people in the background helping me out, but I do. I actually do now. Once a week or twice a week, every other week, twice a week, and once a week, every week. And these people are called KCAA, affiliates of NBC. And they're going to have me on 16 to 15 different platforms. And when I interview them, they're going to stream on their platform and it's going to go well. And that's what I want. I want it to go well. I want nothing but help from them to give me pointers of how to do things a little bit better than what I've been doing before. And like I said, I want to run for state senate, and during that time I'm gonna be promoting myself little by little. And I'm on Apple now. I'm on Apple Podcasts. I have over 50 videos or MP3, which is just sound acoustics, on Apple Podcasts. It took me forever, man. It was the picture thing. You have to look up how to take off. It's something you got to take off the picture in order for the picture to go through. But you got to follow the directions if you're on a MacBook. So that's what I did. And I still got more interviews to post up there. So follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show on Apple Podcasts, and you'll hear the interview between DC Glenn, which is the guy that performed Whoop, There It Is. And you'll hear a lot of different people, they deserve to get their story told. And I respect them. I definitely respect them. Them all. Steve Harper came on my show, like I said, and we had a blast for 15 minutes. And he's a very good coach, you know. So I didn't know I was gonna talk y'all head off that long, but I'm hungry. I'm about to get something to eat, the complimentary breakfast. So I'm about to go get something to eat. A sister is hungry. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it. This arena is big enough for everybody. And then they got, last thing, then they got programs. It costs a lot of money, and I can't do it. But they got these, if you can pay for it, all good. I'm promoting it. They got this program where they give you podcasts, good podcasts. They scale you up so you can get endorsed. You can get endorsed. That's what I'm trying to get, endorsed, so that you will be making money. They will be calling you to get a podcast about you. You know, everybody from senators, political to podcasters, they have to put in money on their podcasts. It just doesn't happen like that. And even if they did, it did happen like that, they still got to invest in the computer, the stage lights, everything. So, it's a beautiful thing. You can be affordable, you can be below means, or you can be above means. Have that one room that you hook up so that you can do like a green screen, or it's so many things you can do. And I appreciate you guys for listening to me. Like, seriously, I really do. I love you guys, man. Y'all are my family, and I appreciate it. You know, I hope to God that y'all have a wonderful day. I'll be back on here. I'm hungry. I'll be able to get that waffle, that free waffle. You put it in a thing and twist it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, y'all take care. Be safe. And thank you, Mafaro. I love you. Take care. Bye.